Very beautiful. He's asking, in us there is that existence, that isness. That experience of one's own I am. Very clear, Adana? And when I look at others also, everywhere I see that it is there in them. Is that existence, that experience, because of my existence? This is the question. See, first of all, the Upanishad, there is a Mahavakya which says Satyasya Satyam. The Atma is Satyam. This existence, experience and I, it's all same. In Upadesha Saram, Bhagavan says Sattva Bhasika Chitkvavetara Sattayahi Chit Chittayahi Aham. Sat Chit Aham. Existence, awareness and I are all same. Illumination is its very nature. Luminosity is its very nature. Illumined by that only you behold the other. So existence is experienced only as I. So others' existence you have to only infer. But when you experience more and more and more, you make your mind dip into this feeling of existence. Mind is like a power which arises from this existence. Allow it to go out, it will delude you. So you push it back into the source from where it arose. The more and more you make the mind taste this existence, that becomes your standing point from where you see the world. And then you find that all are that. You start looking at others from that viewpoint. Ramakrishna said when he was lying down in his deathbed in cancer, he said, I look at you all as this pillow. It's like filled with cotton. Like that, you are all pillows filled with God. Said, I am looking at you, you are like an outer pillow. Instead of cotton, it is all filled with Satchidananda, bliss. If you can have that kind of vision, no samsara. Otherwise, that person, he has come. Or I like him, I don't like him. This is samsara. This is mind actually. So the more and more, one side you have this inner samadhi, on the other side you have this outer samadhi which is bhakti, or which you can say sarvam khalu idam brahma. Whatever you look, you see the divine there. That you can do only by inference. or intuition you can say, or a kind of joy. When you see others, you see something deep within them. Even they are not aware, but you are looking at them from that viewpoint. See, somebody looks at us with some kind of emotion. We know that in very world. Someone looks at you with anger, you feel it. Someone look at you with envy, you feel it. Someone look at you with some negative, bad emotion, you feel it. If you are becoming sensitive, you feel it. Like that affects you. More than that, you look at others with anger, it affects you. You look at another person with envy, it affects you. You look at another person with this knowledge, your interaction in the world itself is a spiritual experience. One side. On the other side, some sensitive soul comes before you. And you look at that person as Brahma. He will get enlightened. That is how Bhagavan was doing it. He was looking at others as Purna. But people were so skillful not to get affected by it. Those who were receptive to that look, that one moment they felt it is divine, true. One look, see Swami Chinmayananda, when he first came to see Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, he was a youngster, 16 or 17. He had no idea about spiritual life. He was just touring some free pass. With that he was traveling train, he got here, the terrible heat, went to Ramanashram. It was dark. He sat there, he looked at, and he says a naked man sitting there with his head supported on his palms. And his eyes were closed. And then those eyes popped open, looked at me, I felt something very deep and started reeling. He said, "Oh, this man is a hypnotist." He felt he is hypnotizing me and went away. But later on he recognized it. Later on he said, "Oh, this is what that he did." So this is true bhakti. If you can look at everyone slowly removing that outer cover, the mind constantly whispering from within, this person is that person is this, like that. There you have to tell the mind that he is Atma, he is Atma, he is Atma, she is Atma, this tree is Atma, this dog is Atma, this cat is Atma, the sky is Atma, earth is Atma, wind is Atma. The food that I am eating is Atma. I am also Atma. Hunger is Atma. Sleep is Atma. Waking state is Atma. Breath, prana is Atma. Like that, Atma iti eva upasita. The Upanishad says, do upasana as Atma. Atmetyeva upasita. So the more and more you do upasana as Atma, more and more, at least once in a while, at least it becomes spontaneous within you. That moment you are outside, free. This is Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana is not allowing other pratyaya to corrupt you. Ekatma pratyaya saram. Prapanchopashamam. Shantam. Shivam. Advaitam. The Upanishad says, by ekatma pratyaya, you have to do prapanchopashama. Remove prapancha. Prapancha is there, but you are removing prapancha, world, by ekatma jnanam. All are Atma, all are the self. Tvayi arpita manasa. First the mind is completely offered to the Atma. Then Tvam Pashyan Sarvam Tava Akrititaya, beholding everything as your form. Satatam bhajate, not when you meditate, even when you are awake, when you are interacting. The only obstacle for this is our samskara, vasana, former knowledge, which contradicts this higher knowledge, which will tell you all problems will come. No, Dvaitam, election varadu. I cannot say both party are Atma. I have to choose between. But what you choose will not happen. So whatever comes is Atma. Adu Bhagavan da. Ella form evlo nimadiya shantiya irukum. Very peaceful. Whoever, whatever may, because nothing else can happen. Nothing else can take birth. This ignorance is something else is there. Udaramantaram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. A little bit of existence apart from that, you recognize, from that fear will come. Yes, fear in any form. Fear of death, fear of suffering, fear of anything is from the dualistic thinking, accepting the other, something else, separate from the whole, from the infinite. That becomes a cause for fear. Once I went to Mussoorie, told by one Swamiji to meet another Swami. This is 96. So we went there and we were talking to that Swami there. There's a very evolved soul. So he told, we are afraid of many things, but nothing else can happen here other than divine. And I don't know whether he told about his own experience or somebody's experience. He said, when that atom bomb blast happened in Japan, one of the greatest disaster, when that happened, the Swami told me that some yogi who was meditating in a desert, although it is a great disaster from the worldly standpoint, he felt that explosion of the divine, dance of the divine there, because death is also he only, suffering is also he only. Whether it is an individual suffering or collective suffering, now we are seeing around, many things are happening. See, if we observe an individual is suffering, like that some collective suffering, it's all, so many people suffers. This suffering you cannot avoid from the world, you cannot remove it from the world. But that is also an aspect of the divine. Aghore ebhyo thaghore ebhyo. Sri Rudram says, Shiva is here in as a peaceful, very calmly, very beautiful form, and as Ghora, terrible form also. It is not for seeing in another person's life. Even when it happens in your life, you should be able to see that. When terrible things happen in my life, unbearable things happen. If I can behold divine there, that is the ultimate spiritual victory. Yoga Vasishta calls it as Deva Puja. It is true Deva Puja. Through suffering, a jnani is worshipping the divine. How to understand that? So Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma is not you go to some beautiful place, have a beautiful landscape and look, it's all so divine. You should be able to see, or Ruga will say, I will always tell him go and walk in the forest, very beautiful place. He will walk in the streets. And the terrible heat, it's a very beautiful, he will come out and tell, very beautiful, terrible heat, all honking and city, noise. That also is divine. Because you cannot avoid that, that is also there. Life is there. Suffering is there. Even that happens there also. In Hosur, peaceful place is staying, but he will walk to the streets to see how this market is happening.
So Swami, then the fate becomes not as accepting but as God's provision for what is.
Don't bring in God or fate or anything. Sarvam khalu idam brahma. Tajjalaniti shanta upasita. Sarvam khalu idam brahma. It is all Brahman. Now we have to walk out. The terrible heat, the sunlight is Brahman. Sweat is Brahman. Your feet burns, it is Brahman. Dullness is also Brahman. You feel meditative, it is also Brahman. Then you transcend the duality. See, once Bhagavan, in such a heat, one of the greatest scholarly disciples of Bhagavan, Jagadish Shastri, one day Bhagavan said, Jagadisha, shall we go for a walk to Skandashram? He said, okay Bhagavan. He didn't think because Bhagavan is calling. So he just started walking. After some distance, it is above, it's all blazing sun and below rock. Now at least some trees are there. In Bhagavan's time, even 20 years back, there was not a single tree on the route. When you go to Skandashram, all boulders and rocks, nothing. So after some distance, the feet was burning. Bhagavan will say, you run to some distance, some shadow is there, you stand there. He said, Bhagavan, I cannot do, but they have already reached the middle of the hill. And Bhagavan was talking, so for some time he didn't become aware of the heat. Now you are in the middle and terrible heat. What to do? Bhagavan said, only you feel heat. Will the sun feel heat? No, Bhagavan. So meditate, you are the sun. Sūryoham. And Jagadisha Shastri said, I have no other go. No slippers also, nothing. I have no other go. Then that meditation, because it is Bhagavan who is saying, so that meditation entered me. After that, his whole life he never used slippers. This story he narrated when he was walking in the Bombay road, Bombay city, in the road, tar road, in terrible heat. He revealed this to one Gujarati devotee. To him he told that Bhagavan gave me Surya Raksha. Then that devotee asked, what is Surya Raksha? He said, this is the incident. The event happened like this. After that, I don't feel heat. Like that, if you can swallow the suffering, your prarabdha, then it will no more hurt you. Na hinasti atmana atmanam tato yati param gatim. In Gita, Krishna says, then you no more hurt yourself by your prarabdha. The only thing that can hurt you is your prarabdha. Nothing else. Someone's prarabdha will not hurt you. Your prarabdha means some event happening, so it is unique to you and it has happened to you in your life to make you weep. And if you can swallow it and digest it, your work is over. Vatabi jirno bhava. That is, learn to eat prarabdha by jnanam. Our prarabdha is to be in Tiruvannamalai in this summer. So, learn to eat this prarabdha. And don't eat pongal, especially before satsanga. Then satsanga will be effective. Tomorrow we will continue. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. Yato mamatma bhavasitvameva tato na vachyam mama kinchidasti yathata veshtam guru mam tathaiva tvam atmanatham ramanam bhajami.